Ignorance is bliss. Someone yelling at you for not arguing back? Plug in earbuds. Stressing over studying? Take a break. Making a windbreaker video. Making a windbreaker video. What's that? I haven't even covered season 1. Bruh. You guys remember Tokyo Revengers? It's been 4 years since it came out. No, I swear. Wait, 2021 was 2 years ago, right? Right?
No.
Windbreaker follows a boy named Sakura who wants nothing to do with the weak. He begins his new life after transferring to Furin High School, a school of knucklehead delinquents tasked with defending the town. That sounds like a very interesting premise. But where are the adults? Where are the parents? We're just going to allow a group of high schoolers to vandalize the town, with no actual adult patrol in the area. I guess nobody seems to care since the anime has 100,000 people voting for a 4.8 rating overall. Is this even good? Oh shit, it's kind of good. Fuck. So Sakura, who is asocial, awkward, a little tsundere, aww, boo-boo, is also strong as fuck. This little meathead packed with 19 inches of pure muscle can give straight hands. And I'm talking to a crowd of people. Oh yeah, did I mention that he's a tsundere? That's gonna keep up for the rest of the show. Bofurin is a group of students formed to protect the town of Makochi. Since the town is walked among other dangerous groups, Bofurin serves to ensure that the townspeople are safe every day. So with the addition of Sakura, who looks like my 2016 Roblox avatar, he learns what it means to work as a team. Throughout the entirety of season 1, Sakura realizes that Bofurin isn't some group of delinquents fighting for the sake of fighting. And he understands that when the residents reciprocate with their support, without the protection of legal supervision, are vulnerable to attacks like these, even resulting in moving out of town. Damn, at this point they might as well just bulldoze the place. Getting all chummy with the rest of the members, Furin's first major conflict is again Shistorin. Choji, a sociopath delinquent who is actually like Sakura, but on steroids. Wow, awesome. What am I doing in my life? Gripping one of the Furin students by his hair, he threatens Umemiya to a fight. Sakura, who eagerly wants to beat up Choji, is tamed by the alpha Umemiya. Sit down, kitten. Let me do the clobbering. Sorry, original gangster. No, you're built like that. Choji rushes at Ume and gives him the nastiest kick that would have sent your mom flying. However, Umemiya, the alpha, is at the top for a reason, stopping Choji's kick effortlessly with one arm. Umemiya asks why Choji is so persistent to fight, in which Choji responds with, "I want you, Ume-chan." Maybe this is BL. Did I click on the wrong show? This is Windbreaker, right? Gosh, these scenes are probably more fruity than an actual BL. So the select few, aka the strongest in Bofurin, head on over to Choji's lair. Actually, this video is intended for the season 2 audience, so get the fuck out and watch season 1 first. That's right, get out. Now, come on, out. Out. I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. Wait, no. I'll put chapters, please stay. Please. Still here? Okay. The matches took place in consecutive 1v1s. Each student is facing an opponent who seems to match their skill level. Of course, Furin pretty much demolishes the Shistorin runner-ups, but by far the fight that stood out was Suo's fight. I am a sucker for counter moves, and techniques that double the blow for receiving. What the f? No Diddy. Suo has been watching Rock Lee and Majima moves, cause holy Diddy, you might as well call him the parry god. The entirety of the fight was Suo putting Kanuma in public humiliation. Suo was toying with him the whole run with the face of a sadist. You whine when you're only the victim, and he proceeds to ask Kanuma, what does it mean to be an adult? Imagination, experience, and empathy. 3 traits that none of the adults I know in my life have. Thanks, Suo. Of course, Sakura gets his fair share with Umemiya putting an emotional stop to the tournament. Choji, who became hungry, wildly obsessed with fighting the strong, abandoned everything to pursue his so-called freedom. He sees Umi at the top of Furin, having fun with his classmate. Choji is envious. Why can't I have what he has? Choji's idealism has been blinded in the pursuit to seek that dopamine hit, just like a drug, fed off of his own members, beating them up for the sake of keeping that excitement. And in the most romantic way possible, Umemiya headbutts Choji, and finally, they kiss and make out. Season 2 of Windbreaker takes it up a notch, takes all the emotional and character building from season 1, and sends you straight into the trenches. While the beginning is arguably a lot weaker, there isn't much material to say it's inherently bad. The beginning of episode 1 starts out very strong. Picking up right after the conversation Sakura has with Anzai, Sakura makes a promise with the two to retrieve Nagato, who was tricked into joining Keel, and do their bidding. Of course, they weren't completely aware of that, so the batch of first years headed straight into Kiel territory. The intro to episode 14 comes off as very intense. Everyone is fighting to break Nagato out, yet all of Furin seems to be outclassed from the sheer amount of numbers Kiel has. Nier runs around and gets trampled by many of the Kiel goons, as Sakura watches in horror. Everything about the return of the characters is reintroduced through what feels like an adrenaline rush. Everyone is running like it's Avengers Endgame, and heading straight into the war zone. This is the peak of Battle Shonen, they say. This is how I survived school back in the day, they say. I'm never gonna get over the fact that they're in high school. The Furin seems to be holding their own until the Elite Four of Kiel choose their respective opponents. I think Yuji Itadori was getting tired of watching their level 1 goons get violated, so they sent the mafia bosses to clear them out. Anzai gets kicked in the face, falling down a flight of stairs. But as for Sakura, well, the one time he's eagerly trying to help out his teammates, is getting cock-blocked by his opponent. Unfortunately, Furin was innately dependent on their 5 pillars. Now that they're occupied, they are shivering down into hermit mode. Nier sees all of this from the sidelines. Because Suho is multitasking, he is unable to fully submit the opponent. Nier begins to lapse into guilt, until he remembers Sakura, his beloved fine shite, telling him that he isn't lame after all. Nier runs out, he doesn't run out of fear. Sakura, who initiated that spark, fills Nier with determination instead. He tackles a goon close by and begins to get pummeled. Though what seems for all hope to be lost, someone goes flying. Was it a bird? Was it a plane? No, it's just Bakugo. Kaji. The second years intercept and join in the retrieval for Nagato. Sukuna's nephew, who stands at the top, asks why Furin wants to be so involved in their little scheme. Kaji says that we're here because he took something precious that Bofrin so dearly protects, and it's our job to protect it. Kaji then punches Sakura for being a little bit selfish. Humans aren't always capable of involving themselves in too many stressors. You can't beat him up until you finish what's in front of you. Open your eyes, Asta. As a special grade captain, your duty from the start was to protect those alongside you. You cannot move until you've helped everyone else. Sakura is hit. He remembers those lucid dreams of Umemiya. Help out. But first, deal with what's in front of you. And so he does. Everyone else seems to pick up on Sakura's aura farming. As he sweeps his surroundings, the teamwork buff is in effect. Okay, we're all good. Not. Kaji is being psychologically and physically tormented by Itadori. Fuck you, Itadori. I liked you. Now I am reconsidering. WINDBREAKER really loves to incorporate their own flashback. I honestly find it hysterical whenever one of the guys is about to receive a beatdown until, oh wait, quick flashback into their traumatic past before their lives flash before their eyes. This is why I never finished Naruto. Puff, puff, oh no. We saw this not even more than 10 minutes ago, haven't we? Kaji's fight ends up in a punch contest. I believe that both ended up winning that match. Don't ask why. Furin reigns victorious. Anzai, who didn't die from the deliberate fall and stands up effortlessly, is met with an anxious Nagato. Anzai, who put in the biggest effort to get Nagato back, Nagato feels undeserving. He doesn't understand why people would go such lengths to save his life. Look up, kitten, the beta Sakura says. If you didn't want help, tell us why. It's because I am a Discord mod. No. Guys, wrap it up. Wait! What? This is our WINDBREAKER, right? Yes. This is our